Welcome to Pod Ties.
It's your boy Taylor.
And you already know who it is. We got Jevan here.
And who do we have here? We got Ben Ugly.
Welcome to the show, Ben Ugly. How are you?
I'm pretty good. You know, funny thing about that, everybody thinks it's Ben Ugly, but it's actually Benugly.
Oh, Benugly.
It's
Benugly.
Benugly.
Okay,
Oh, sorry for the mispronunciation.
You
okay.
heard it
It's
here
common.
first, folks.
So is Ugly actually your last name?
No, it's not.
Oh, so how did you come up with that?
I didn't come up with that,
Okay.
actually.
I just looked in the mirror one day and
Pretty much, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's kind of what high school is like, right? So, like, no, I'm just playing. But junior high or freshman year high school, one of the two, went out to the smoke pit one day, and it was this guy, Heska, actually, was the guy who said it first. And he'd introduce me as, what's up, you ugly fuck? Or you know what I mean? Like, walked out of the smoke pit, and then it kind of just caught on. Like, everybody caught on to it. Started calling me ugly for a while. I didn't like it very much, obviously. And then is this kid Billy? He put a spin on it, you know, like what's up, Ben Ugly kind of thing.
Yeah.
And after that moment, I was kind of sold on it, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. And then I started writing when I was 17, music,
Okay.
and it was just the obvious choice, right? Everybody already knew me as
Does
that.
Ugly
so.
stand for something or?
Yeah, so the acronym for it now, there was something in the works for a while, but it's you gotta love yourself, you know.
oh damn.
Yeah, you gotta
like
love
that.
yourself.
That's nice.
Yeah, you like that. You
do.
already know what it's all about.
I like that. I like
Dope,
that.
man.
Yeah, you gotta
man.
love yourself. I mean, that's what it is, right? Because I mean, it was like flipping the script on it, right? Because it was, you know, back in that time, the first year or two, like I said, it was dog shit when I was hearing it. But then, you know, once, like I said, Bill put a spin on it, you know, and I ran with it. It was like
And it kind of turned into something.
I could turn it into
beautiful.
something cool, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then I started referencing like the ugly duck story. You know, everybody just called me the ugly duck, whatever. Like I'd hear that every once in a while, right? So it was just, it just made sense. You know what I mean?
Nice,
dope.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
really
That's
cool,
awesome.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your story. What do you do? Where you come from? What's your background?
My story?
Yeah.
Ooh, good Lord. My story is a bit of a paradox, but I
Right.
mean, like I can get into it a bit. So born in Calgary, I moved around a lot, like my whole life. So right off the jump, I think like 4 years old, I was moved out to BC with my parents, and then I spent, you know, the next 8 years or so there till I was about 11. In up by Hudson's Hope, way up like an hour past Fort St. John, almost like the Yukon border, like whatever the fuck's up there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whole lot of trees, whole lot of mountains, and you know, a Tim Hortons for every like 5 hours kind of thing, right? So
Damn.
yeah, it's just way out there.
So
right?
you've had the big city life and the small town life, right? Like.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was like back and forth my whole life.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thing. Like started in Calgary, and then it was just like back and forth between BC and Alberta my whole life. Like northern BC, northern Alberta, central
Was
Okanagan.
it like was it like your mom and like dad kind of situation or?
No, my parents split actually when I was young, and so I I was kind of just getting passed around to whoever the fuck would watch me kind of thing at the time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So after 11, tried living you know with some other arrangements. You know what I mean? That didn't really work out. So. You know, I was living with my sisters, my uncles, friends, whatever, and then eventually I was like 17, renting a spot with my buddy Cole.
Oh, okay.
Graduating high school, fucking pulling trees. I was working in tree nursery.
Okay.
You know, I was also chicken chasing too, so I worked in a
Chicken
farm.
chasing. Eh?
Yeah.
You've been chasing chicks, eh?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't chase. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah,
They
like,
chase you, huh?
yeah, no. I'm just saying, like,
He's
Oh,
on a-
being
he's
I'm
on
a-
a-
I'm a busy guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got time for that.
I hear you.
Cool.
Dope, man. Dope.
So, what would say like kind of got you into music? Like, did you ever think of it as being more than what it is right now, or sorry, like?
I did. Like, I did. You know, it was weird. What got me into music was purely ego.
Oh, okay.
And then it was after, you know, I got humbled by some things in life kind of thing that, you know, I really found my pocket in music, so to speak. Like, it gave me a voice or a platform in which I never felt like I had in a lot of areas of my life, right? So, yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, I started writing because I was sick and tired of shitty rappers. Like, I was just the whole thing was I went to high school. I was in a new school. I went to the where everybody hangs out in the not the cafeteria,
Student
but
center.
something like that. Yeah, and like everybody starts talking about this this rap battle that's gonna happen with these rappers, right? So I'm hyped. I'm hyped about that. I'm like, oh my god, there was like some rappers at the school, like cool, right? And so I go down there. It was like again like at Smoke Pit. These guys do a rap battle, and they sucked. You know what I mean? It was horrible. Like it wasn't good at all. And it was weird because I was watching everybody else and they were down with it. You know what I mean? Like they were down with it, and I was like, "This is fucking dog shit." You know, it's not.
Am I
good.
hearing the same thing? Or?
Yeah, like it's not good. And like even the guys I was with were kind of looking at each other like, you know what I mean? But so I went home that day, and I was like, I bet I can do this. So I obviously being a huge fan of rap, hip hop, listening to it my whole life, you know, studying it inside out kind of thing. I decided to just break down some of the lyrics of my favorite artists. And, you know, how I first started was like the first day was I was actually writing lyrics of other artists pen to page just to see how it would be like constructed on a piece of paper, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't know. I just, after that one day, I just kind of started writing myself. And then, you know, I got into some things. I did like a couple BYOB competitions, like these cypher competitions out in Red Deer and stuff when I was younger, but nothing big. I never released anything. I never recorded anything. And then I quit for like 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. I got into a relationship. That's the worst decision ever. You know, so I quit for about 5 years and fuck. And and I just got back into it about 2 years ago.
Nice.
2 years ago when I started this journey,
Would you say that coming out of that relationship kind of gave you that spark to
absolutely. That was a fuel for the fire, bro.
Fuel for the fire.
Yeah, like I mean,
kind of gave you that voice again, you know.
Played a huge role. I mean, I think for me, really, what it was that I was just so like, you know, I was like just emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
a shell of your
former self, exactly. So, you know, I started writing again because it just like, I don't know, it just made me feel something I had felt in a long time, right? So I started writing again, and then a good friend of mine, Cole, he draws like illustration shit, and I like rapped a little bit for him. He like the next day he like drew up all these like Ben Ugly things, like these illustrations that were super sick, and I was like, fuck, dude. And I was like, let's do it. You know what I mean? So we went out. We like did this. He just took a video of me rapping in the car, put it on the internet. Fucking started the Car Bar series, right? Yeah.
The rest was history.
Yeah,
huh?
exactly, right? Yeah, man, it's
So
good.
if you had to pick a genre of music, like what kind of music are you into, and what kind of music do you write?
That's okay. Yeah, I listen to a lot of opera.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
No, that's dope though. That's dope.
Yeah, I do. I listen to a lot of opera. It's weird. Like I found that since I've really dived headstrong into music, I almost lost the ability to listen to it and just enjoy it. You know, it's weird. I find quite often that I'm always just, and not even critiquing it in a judgmental way, but just looking for ways to learn more, or like make myself better.
Yeah, and I think that's the best way to learn and to get better, right? Because if you only listen to hip hop and you make hip hop music, you're just gonna get stuck in a box.
Yeah,
so
almost.
I think it's better for you to listen to rock, indie, opera, all of those type of genres to be able to touch and taste all these different types of music.
100%. Yeah, I listen to a little bit of everything, but like, you know, like if I had to play a song, you know, one song for the rest of my life kind of thing, it would be, you know, Ave Maria by Sherbert, right? Like that.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Yeah, that's like the most beautiful song ever created. I swear.
What was it again? Sorry.
Ave Maria.
Ave Maria.
Yeah, it's a classic. Like you guys would know the joint for sure. Like you've heard it in movies, whatever. But
okay. It's just like
it's like the go-to for me. Yeah, like you know,
it's a shower song.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Not really. No. I like to get hype in the shower. You know what I mean? So I'll put on some Sparkmaster tape.
Okay.
Yeah, Sparkmaster tape. I listen to like a little Prof. You know what I mean? Mostly just guys that I find that a lot of the artists I listen to, nobody's really ever heard of. It's not. You know, it's not your.
You're not listening.
You're not your mainstream
hip hop news.
Yeah, your mainstream poppy. You know, DaBaby was my guy, right, for a long time, but then he started making all the pop music and shit, and you know, that's where I fall off, right? I just don't listen to radio music.
That's
so
fair.
Yeah.
So then, what kind of music do you write?
Do I write?
Yeah.
Oh God, like I don't know how to describe that. You know what I mean? What kind of music do I write?
Mm-hmm. If you had to stick yourself in a genre,
Fight music.
fight music. I
100%.
like it.
Yeah. I mean, like.
This is fight music.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I wanted to say lyrics too, but no, fight music, man. I try to just shit that's like high energy. So it's like, you know, the type of music that, I mean, for me, when I first started writing, I was fueled by, like I said, ego. I was fueled by hatred, you know, envy for things I didn't even understand, right?
Yeah.
So it was like high energy, the type of music that makes you want to, you know, get out and punch somebody in the head. You know what I mean? Like,
So what do I feel like if you ever have a show in here in the near future that you want to have some mosh pits there?
Yo, actually, that's a fucking liability. I don't really want. I don't really. Yeah, I don't know about all of that, especially.
Everyone's standing on each side and just run at each other.
Yeah, you know, like I like
a Slipknot concert or something.
I don't know. See, I have fun participating in those things, but when
yeah.
I'm watching, I'm like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck's going on, right? Like. So
You're
like
not trying to find yourself in the same situation as Travis, huh?
Yeah, true that,
Yeah,
right? Like
true
that whole situation's a bit sticky. Yeah. No, I just honestly I mean, I'm down with it. I mean, each to their own, right? You want to beat the shit out of each other, go for it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think I would ever entice it myself. You know what I mean?
Because then you're held liable, right?
But like, yeah, you want to get live, you want to turn up, go for it.
The music's gonna make people do whatever they want to do, right? And
yeah,
and like in that sense too, like when you write your songs, are you hoping when people listen to it, they're able to like kind of get out those frustrations when they listen, like kind of get hype and kind of like, you know.
I'll be honest with you. When I first started writing or putting out music, especially recently, because this is a pretty recent endeavor for me.
Yeah.
When I started putting out music, I actually never anticipated anybody relating to it or anything I say resonating or anything like that. You know,
At the end of the day, you're rating it for yourself, and now you're putting it out for other people.
Yeah, well, that was what it was. Is like, so then when I found out that the message that I'm delivering on is relatable, it is something that, you know, like I'm not the only one, kind of thing, right? It just, it's like that's why I keep writing now. So I found that I've actually pulled away from the high energy, you know, fight music, the angry shit, you know, and I've actually, a lot of the things that I'm recording now are, you know, mellowed out. Like
So you got soft on us.
Yeah, you wish, bro. Yeah, no, not quite. No, I definitely didn't go soft, but I just started writing, like, I suppose I looked at, you know, Mac Miller, like, heavily.
Dope.
And, you know,
R.I.P.
Yeah, and well, yeah, R.I.P. He was the most versatile artist. For like the amount of years he did music in like his career kind of thing, it was like he just conquered so many genres and did so much shit. And being able to just, you know, listen to the way that, I mean, he sounds on the song, but when he's recording, you know, there's not a ton of footage out there of him actually recording, but the shit that you get of him, whether he's in a booth or doing something live or whatever, the little things he does with his mouth, you know, the way he pronounces stuff, like all these things, the way he was able to just so accurately captivate a vibe, you know what I mean? So I really I'm just trying to dive into like more like, vibey music, like something that, you know, like if you could walk into a coffee shop or something, you might hear it in there, you know what I mean?
So
like,
you really study music, huh?
I don't know, like I suppose naturally, you know what I mean? I don't like sit down with a book and a piece of paper and
but just by nature you watch what you listen to and you
feel like
dissect it in a way where it would help you with your music.
I feel like anything I'm passionate about, I do that with, you know? Yeah, like
self-consciously,
just over analytical, you know, like anything that I want to be good at or the best at, it's under a microscope, you know. I'm always scrutinizing.
Whose microscope? Yours?
Mine, yeah. Always scrutinizing myself, you know, just trying to, whether it's, you know, figuring out ways to be better, not even be better, but just figure out ways to
keep growing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know,
always
and
evolving, you know, not staying in that same box, right?
Yeah, while also remaining original to, you know, to some extent, right? Because I found, you know, and I might just be speaking from personal belief, but I find that a lot of artists get caught up in a trend or something like that, and then all of a sudden they sell out.
They
to
see,
it, right?
they see
and then
something
once the
that's
trend's
working.
and when the trend's gone, they're
summer's over, and so are you, bud.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
they see something that's working and they run with it, but they run with it because, you know, they want to follow that trend, but that they don't have anything to fall back on themselves. So when that trend dies, they die out with it, right?
Almost, yeah. I just found, I don't know, there's something that was just whacked to me about that, because I mean, for me, like, yeah, like as much as I write music, like for myself, so to speak, like I do it for other people, you know.
Yeah.
Now that's my whole motivation now. Like if it wasn't for the people that are in my corner supporting me, you know, I wouldn't have the get up and get out of bed in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
But I just find when you know when your whole marketing tactic is to just capitalize on trends or whatever and bullshit like that, it's just, you know, I think the end result will always be the same, right? Shit just dies off, and
I agree.
at the end of the day, it's unoriginal and
Here today, gone tomorrow.
whatever. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. So I don't know. I just try to do me, man, as best I can.
Dope, man.
Awesome,
Dope.
awesome.
Do you think you have a process of how you write music?
Yeah, I do probably. Actually, look, kind of, sort of. I prefer writing by myself.
Okay.
Like quite often I have wrote with, you know, a bunch of people in the studio, whatever, but
Yeah.
I prefer to be by myself, like in my own zone, in my own element. But I'd say as far as the creative process goes, like, fuck, man, I'll write like 16 bars, half a song or whatever, and I'll do that for like 3-4 songs,
Yeah.
and then I'll come back and then bang them all out at the same time, kind of thing, right?
Okay,
Like,
dope.
yeah, it's weird, you know. I'll run myself a nice hot bath. You know what I mean?
Epsom
Like,
salt or no Epsom salt?
No Epsom salts. No.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I'm not that bougie, man. You know what I
Shit,
mean?
you gotta have the Epsom salt, bro.
No,
It's
I'm
like
not.
$20 at a superstore. Man.
I was never a
Big old
bag. I was never a bath guy, but lately with everything happening and life being so chaotic,
Yeah.
if I find that 1 hour that you sit in that hot water, it's
Yeah.
like you actually can compartmentalize thoughts. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
I feel like there's a weird stigma with guys taking baths, but I'm all for baths. I
yeah,
take baths.
that's
sometimes.
yeah.
baths.
Don't get it
I
twisted.
ain't for the bass, yo.
No, mama didn't raise no bitch, man. I ain't even worried about it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no.
So whatever.
Sometimes you gotta sit and reflect, you know. Sit in the tub and just reflect.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
I'm more
telling
of a
you.
hot tub guy. If I got the hot tub, I jump in the hot tub and I'm good.
Yeah,
to
not
go.
everyone's just got a hot tub in their bathroom.
Yo, and I ain't got one. That's why I go to your house and jump in your hot tub.
Fun fact, though.
Yeah.
Fun fact is that I probably wrote more. Like, I could write more sitting in hot water than I could write at a table. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's weird, man.
Just get you in the zone.
Yeah, it's weird. Or the I got a carpet in the kitchen that I'll sit on in the fetal position. and
Yeah,
just
I
write.
remember I came over to your house and we were talking, and then
Yeah.
you wanted to just go sit and have a couple thoughts. And bro, I'm not even kidding you. There's like a little 2x2 fucking
Like what you use when you put in front of like the
yeah,
sink or
so,
something.
so
like
that your
a
feet aren't cold. And this guy's literally curled up in a little ball writing music, but then fuck, he comes out and he has some good lyrics.
Hey,
and he has
whatever
some good
works,
music.
man,
So.
whatever works.
The best songs, they're unreleased yet, but the best songs I believe personally that I've ever written or recorded were wrote on that fucking mat.
So when are they getting released, buddy?
When are they getting released? Oh God,
The people want to hear it, man.
I know. So we got releases starting in the spring, end of spring. So we're gonna start with the music video, "Cuckoo," which you guys were a part of. Yeah, you'll see yourselves in there. So
Yeah.
Um,
Don't watch out for me
Bunch of
because I'm not an actor. I'm supposed to be behind the camera. I'm not supposed to be in front of it.
fun fact: everybody was actually supposed to stand still in the video, but
You guys will know what we're talking about.
yeah, it didn't work out like that. But so
Still looks good.
Cuckoo's gonna the visuals were. I mean, Brandon, he kills
killed
it. The visuals were great.
So speaking of that, do you have any projects that you would like to share with us that you have coming up in the future, or is that like disclosed?
Top secret. Spill the tea, man. Spill
Give
the
us something.
tea.
Give us a little
Come on, you're on
something.
pod ties,
A little
man.
taste.
We need a little something.
I'll give you a little
You
taste.
gotta give us a little taste.
What do you want to know? Like, what do you want to know?
Anything
Like
that
a
you have
new
coming up in the
project
future
coming
here.
out, a new music video you're working on.
Okay, well, okay. So just to like paint a more clear picture. So I'm currently working on putting cover art to like 30 singles right now.
God,
They're
yeah.
like 20 plus, anyways, for sure, right now. Because that's what I would like to see get out the door before the year's over. Yeah, at least 20 singles. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So I'm just
a hot summer.
Yeah, so I'm working with Travis Oman, which is another artist he's actually from Red Deer originally, but he's in Calgary now, and he's helped me put together some of these pieces for these cover art. I start filming for a music video titled Ops, which is going to be a lot more cinematic than it is music video wise.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, like so.
No, I'm excited for that one. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, like so after filming the last 2 Summer Jam, I'm sure you guys seen, that was great. That was, a success.
Shout out Dreamland.
Check it out on YouTube if you guys haven't already seen it.
Yeah, big shout out to TJ for coming through with that.
Yeah,
The
dirt bikes. We got dirt bikes. We got girls. We got water.
I mean, it's the homies, but whatever. Yeah. Booze, joints, weed, dirt bikes,
Summer Jam, man.
hot sun. Fucking, oh man, that was a blast. Yeah, that
it
whole
was
weekend-
super fun.
I just remember sweating my bag off the whole time, though. I was so hot that day.
Dude, it was, it was cooking.
It was cooking.
It was crazy. But no, so Summer Jam was a success. Cuckoo was a success. But I realized through both those videos, regardless of them, packing a punch like right there in your face, I wanted something that kind of slowed it down a bit. I wanted to do some acting, right?
Yeah.
Get some.
At the end of the day, man, you don't have to have something that's so flashy to make a statement or to pack a punch, right?
Yeah.
There's silent killers out there, and I feel like with what you have cooking right now, that's one of those, right? So.
Well, and I was a passionate writer before I ever got into music. So like short stories, news riddles, whatever, I'm down with it all. So like the idea of writing some sort of scripting or, getting into, filming in a more, cinematic movie type setting,
more storyline kind of thing.
and have an interlude, in there where it's like, it kind of takes you away from the music video a bit and puts you in, another place, so to speak.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you said that, because that's one big thing that I've been seeing in Calgary and that I want to, incorporate in my filmmaking. Like, so a lot of the videos that I see is just like a lot of just, scenes of people, just scenes of people performing their music and whatnot. But
Some
a lot of the
cars
times, like it's just a bunch of stuff that people are just throwing together. And then what I want to see more is people, like what you're about to do is, make a little short film out of your music video and put it together in a cinematic way where it's actually very intriguing for viewers to watch, right?
Yeah, like adding value to your content or like
a little depth to it.
Absolutely, yeah. Shit's like an onion, and bet your bottom dollar will make you cry by the time you get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, like I just like my whole thing was I felt like I waited so long. You know what I mean? Like I'm 27 now. And I'm just like, sure, I'm not.
But waited so long for what?
I'm not ancient, but to do this, to pursue.
But why do you think that? Because I've had a conversation with so many people about this. Why do you think that you waited so long? You don't think this is a good time? You don't think this was the perfect time?
I do believe it's the perfect time, and I do believe that life is all about timing. So, so I never I don't have any regrets, but I just felt like coming into the game, like it's like. Let's say, take for example, those 5 years that I quit rapping, I probably thought about it every day still, right? Okay. So it was like the vision was always there. I just, thought that I would try my hand at, having some sort of family or getting married or, being the normal white dude from Alberta. You know what I mean?
Have some uglies running around.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? Just trying to be a regular old Joe. But I don't think I was ever cut out for that shit. You know what I mean? So I just, I don't know. So it's like, I don't have any regrets. And it's not that I waited too long. I just felt like I came into it a bit late. So I want to make sure that everything I do, it just, I execute it to the best of my abilities. Like I'm not half-assing this shit. And I also want to give incentive for people to get behind what I'm doing. And, for other people to want to work with me or be like, or see this and be like, yeah, I want to be a part of that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because my whole logic was, you know what I mean, is just creating something that it's like, I was rapping in the car, right? So I'm rapping in the car. I had no money. I was dead broke. I was fucking, I didn't know how to record. I didn't know how to lock in studio time with anybody, right? Like I just didn't have those in. So like I was throwing out the car bars and then eventually got myself in the studio and had an opportunity to meet some, some good people that eventually got my journey kind of going, right?
Okay.
So that being said, it's like, fuck, I kind of lost track where I was going here.
What I got from it is that you went from the studio, right? And then you went from the car bar to the studio, and now you're at the Pod Thai studio. Shit,
we're at the Pod Thai.
You're coming up, bro.
Up the ladder, yeah. No, 100%, yeah. I mean, but so that being said, though, that's what I was trying to say is what I wanted to try to create was, it's like when people could see like, okay, this is where I started, like this is where I was, and this is where I am now, and it's like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm finding even in my own experience that, you know, as I'm evolving, learning, growing, and figuring out, getting better at things, whatever it is you know, it's just getting better, and it's getting a lot more fun.
And there's always going to be another chapter.
Yeah, and kind of like surrounding yourself with people too, right? And like kind of building that team as you go.
Yeah, and I want that to be diverse going along the whole way. I don't want that to be, like you said, to get stuck in a pocket, or to grow stagnant, or you know, everybody to be like, oh, this, you know, it's just Ben Ugly, does the same shit he always does, right?
And like talking about that, like, would you say the people that you're surrounded with now kind of push you to give you that drive and kind of push you to keep moving forward in a way, like kind of give you that?
Yeah, 100%. Like, oh yeah, dude, if it wasn't for the people in my life right now, like you know, I got there, I don't even know where I'd be. You know what I mean? Because like I said, there was a few years back before I started this journey, I not only emotionally unstable, I was on the path of self-destruction, right? Like I was wilding out, and regardless of never turning to vices or whatever to cope with shit, you know, it was like I still was like a former shell of myself, right?
So can we stay on that topic for a second?
Sure.
What got you out of that, if you don't mind sharing with us?
The people in my corner.
Nice.
The people, you know, even you two, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, you know, having the opportunity to work with some of the people I do in my life now, it pulled me from it all, you know. It was strange.
Gives you that focus kind of to like kind of forget about like, you know,
everything
keeping you stuck, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you that extra pep in your step in a way, right? Like
100%.
Gets you out of bed every morning.
100%.
Like,
yeah, because if it were up to me, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, sure, like I go hard. Like, I go as hard as I can. Like, you guys know that, you know me. But at the same time, you know, if I didn't have, you know, guys like State of Vape, you know, Dylan, Elsaby, you know, Cole, Chris, Seraphin, you know, Lindsay, you know, the whole team.
The list goes on.
The whole team, you know, it's like the whole team we put together, you know, if these people weren't in my life today, I don't know where the fuck I'd be. You know.
This episode sponsored by Clearwater Cleaning Solution is a locally owned commercial and residential cleaning company who specializes in commercial cleaning from shared workspaces, commercial buildings to medical clinics, retail stores, production facilities, and high-rise building maintenance. Give the gift of time during the month of February. Call and book a residential cleaning for someone you love and get 15% off when you call in to 403-274-3998. Mention you are phoning about the CWCS Valentine's promotion.
Damn.
Alrighty.
They made us an extra long one today, huh?
They did, and hopefully this airs in February or else you're not gonna
for real. That's so true. Shit, we're gonna have to make sure that we're on our shit and we post this in February.
Exactly. Cool. Anyways,
But shit, let's jump right back into it, man.
back into it.
So Ben,
Yep.
we're back at it.
Yeah.
Are you ready now?
I gotta wipe the drool off my face.
Oh shit, you're laughing hard, huh? Wait till you guys see the compilation of this guy's fucking laugh, man. Oh, see, there it is. It's gonna be about 30 of those fucking rolled into one.
I've been crying for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, holy moly.
But anyways, let's jump back into it.
Yeah, let's get
I was
it.
kind of wondering, do you think Calgary's up next for the music industry?
Up next in what
Like
regard?
the music scene.
Meaning, I don't think we're there yet. So do you think we can be?
Yeah, you know, like, ironically, like, I don't know, I suppose the two places in Canada that stand out the most in my head were, like, regarding hubs for hip-hop or music in general would be Toronto
And
Vancouver.
there you go.
You know what I mean? So being...
Trying to be that third one.
Yeah, so, you know, I think there's a high potential, right? There's a lot of films happening around here, a lot of media exposure, all kinds of stuff happening, right? So I do believe that with you know, the right, I don't know, investors, you know, the right people that are invested in the idea of having a real hip hop community here in the city, I think something could most certainly happen.
Yeah, I think there's been like a shift in how, like, you know, Calgary was mostly just oil and gas, and then now it's, you know, we're getting, like you said, more films and more creatives actually coming to the city and moving in, and more like bigger business in that sense, right? Like before it was just oil and gas companies. That was really it, right?
Absolutely. And country music.
And country music.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You know, so yeah, no, I get that completely. I think, you know, it's weird. I find a lot of, you know, a lot of rap, a lot of hip hop, a lot of artists, they talk about, you know, things that fuck them up, things that, you know, make them feel something, oppression, whatever it is. And I think right now, you know, with everything going on, you know, a lot of people are more inclined to speak out, so to speak, or, you know, to, you know, get their opinion out there to, you know, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of songs regarding, you know, this convoy that's taking place, stuff like that, right? So
Yeah,
I just
Shout out the truck drivers.
yeah, 100. Yeah, shout out to truck drivers all day long, man. That place, yeah, the fucking shit's crazy. Like it's fucking incredible what's going on. Yeah,
And they're actually making a difference, which is a really big thing.
that's what I mean. Like it's just, you know, I almost can't even understand the full scope of exactly everything that's going on, just because it's crazy, man. It's
Yeah,
fucking
man.
wild.
Crazy times we're living in. But I also feel like kind of this pandemic and having all these lockdowns has kind of like made people kind of take a step back, and we're able to kind of get more inclined with, like, you know, like film and like arts in a way, right? 'Cause
That's what I
they're
mean,
caught
yeah.
up in the rat race a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Just the Monday to Friday grind, and then
Well, it's like, you know, it's like everybody in their cat and dog kind of thing. When the lockdown took place, it was like a lot of people took to their camera.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
What could they do on camera with themselves? You know, with the people close to them, whatever, right? So, you know, all of a sudden it was like artists were springing up here and there, podcasts all over the place, you know, stuff, all kinds of shit, right? I mean, here we are.
YouTubers, everything.
Everything.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so
More creatives, right?
yeah, so through that, you know, like looking at it as a whole, yeah, I could definitely see Calgary fucking, you
Yeah,
know,
me too.
being some sort of hub for music or hip hop, but in the same sense, I think it's a long road ahead. You know,
That's kind of the reason why, like, we wanted to like start this whole thing too, right? Is just kind of build that community and bring people together from all sorts of different paths and everything, and kind of create the ties to you know, that world, right? And
Pod
pod ties, yeah, exactly, and kind of create this like community, you know, collective, and just, you know, build and grow. Because if you think you're gonna be able to do this by yourself, you're not, right?
Absolutely
you're gonna
not.
need a
Don't
team
fool yourself.
like you need a team of everybody, right? Like there's so much more to this whole, like, even with this podcast, there's so much more than just sitting here and talking. Like, you know, you have to have like design graphics, you gotta like have advertisement, you have to do like all of that, right? And like, yeah, you could do it by yourself.
Yeah, it's hard.
At the end of the day, we could have gone and done this, just you and I, and got this done, right? But like, if we show people the BTS and the behind the scenes of what's going on right here in this room, they'll see everyone that's been a part of it. And then even people that are not in the room that have been a part of our journey, you know, making us our intro music, you know, doing all of our logos.
Even this room
and all
we're in
that
right
stuff.
now,
So
Yeah, like I think, well, some of the best ideas that I've even constructed in regards to, you know, creating music or these music videos, for example, you know, they were constructed through the means of working with other people, right? Like I wouldn't be able to, sure, I mean, I'm creative as a standalone, but working with other people, it's just like, you know,
honestly, network is everything.
it's everything.
And
yeah.
you're able to focus on what you care about, right? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to put your focus in a million different ways. You can just kind of stick and
Absolutely.
You
Well,
know?
you guys see, like, when we're on set with, you know, when we're filming like one of my music videos or whatever, it's just like everybody kind of has got a thing, you know what I mean, and everything,
that's
like
it.
there's a
Pull the
system.
trigger, right?
Yeah, there's a system there, and it works, and it's like, I couldn't imagine, for example, trying to direct the whole thing, you know, by myself,
And
as
be
well
in
as
it and-
perform for the video and shit. I'm like, fuck,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's crazy.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah, it's a lot, especially when, excuse me, I'm not trying to do just, you know, just your basic running guns, or like just, you know, walking down the street, or, you know, just, I'm not trying to do basic shit, I guess, you know. So
You're not trying to go down the street and you're 6'4"?
no, I'm not.
Walking down the street,
that's
not
not
6'4".
Yeah, it ain't basic though. I love that.
No, I hear that.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it takes an army.
So speaking of that, though, tell us about Summer Jam. How did that project go?
Went pretty well considering. There was like a couple options with like promo and stuff that I decided to hold off on until this summer, so summer 2022. I was late releasing that, so getting that out pretty much in the fall, like end of summer. You know, it was like end of summer when I dropped it. Literally 2 days after the last day of summer, I think.
Yeah.
It did well. Like it did well for putting it out there. It being my first music video, it was received well. I got a lot of feedback. You know, it opened up a few doors in the sense that it gave me opportunities to work with other artists. You know, it opened up the door to go down in Toronto and spend some time down in there and network with everybody there. And, you know, working with one of my biggest inspirations in regards to music. So
who's that?
I don't know. I don't know if I guess I could say it. It doesn't even matter. I'm working with Co Nation.
Okay.
So he put out an album that was huge. Fuck, I don't even know what year it was. He put out. It's titled Let's Blaze. Okay. And he started out as a rapper, but he's like a indie rock kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, he's got a lot of respect in the West Coast. I mean, that's obviously where I heard him was over here. And after being introduced to his music, quickly I just I fell in love with it. And it was like everything that he said resonated with me. You know, it was just relatable, regardless of us being in two completely different genres, right? So, you know, after a few months of fangirl in this guy, I decided to shoot him a message on Instagram and, you know, be like, what's happening? You know, what's going on? Would you be interested in working with a rapper? I didn't really think anything of it, right? And then I sent him Summer Jam, just being like, hey, check this out. And, you know, fuck me, we talk on the phone every second day. We're putting,
That's super dope.
Yeah, we're putting together a project right now, so probably somewhere around 10 tracks kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
And
So would you say that would be a good advice to tell other artists or other creators to, you know, hit up the people that you want to be like or the people that you admire and try to get those opportunities to work with them? Because for me, I feel like the best way to be what you want to be is to be closest to the sun.
100%. Yeah, don't be a pussy. Just send it. You know what I mean? Like
Fucking send her, bud.
just send her.
Don't
Yeah,
have
like
sense.
if
Don't
you
have sense.
if you think you got something that is worth somebody else making note of or, you know, getting invested in you or working with you or whatever it is, it's like you got nothing to lose by hitting them up.
exactly.
You know, but in the same sense, I also think that, you know, again, like I said earlier, timing is everything in life.
100%.
And, you know, it's like keep in mind perhaps what the artist may be doing, but like, I mean, for myself, it was just, I just had to make sure that if this person was like, pulled the trigger on it and was like, yeah, I'm willing to work with you, that I had the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Right. I had the, whatever it is, you know, filming, writing songs together, you know what I mean? I had to make sure that I had time allocated to, you know, writing this music and stuff. Right. So that's the whole thing. Like, don't be hitting people up, you know, being like, oh man, like I got this sick track, I think we'd sound good on it, whatever, like, you know, and then it just disappears in your DMs, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
Because then when you come back to that shit and you hit that person up again and you're like, you know, it's just nonchalant at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever,
At the end of
you
the
know?
day, it has to be give and take, right? Like you don't hit people up trying to only get something for yourself, right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely not.
If
Like-
you're gonna hit somebody else up, I feel like you should have some type of way of how are you gonna give to them, right?
Yeah, you have to have something to offer, some sort of substance, some sort of purpose, something
Whatever it
that
is.
makes sense for the both of you to
Yeah.
utilize your time together to
Yeah.
create something, right? You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, time's valuable, and I, you know, I probably respect other people's time more so than myself quite often.
Okay.
Just because, you know, I'm probably fucking stupid, but you know what I mean?
You
But-
are who you are.
Yeah, but like,
You are who you
you know what
are.
I mean? Or what you are, right? So, yeah, no, I just like I just make sure whenever you're working with somebody, just come correct, you know? Yeah, just come correct.
Awesome.
Dope.
So, what would you say like your goal with music and like would be like what do you want to like accomplish with music? Like what would
Honestly, I don't know. Like I feel like my goal changes quite a bit because there are things happening that I don't expect. Like,
you kind of
know,
hit that mark and now it's
Yeah,
But,
like it's like, you know, like when I was rapping in the car, it was like my whole goal was just I'll just record a song. If I
Yeah.
put out one song, you know what I mean, that's good enough for me, right? But then I got in the studio.
now it's like oh I gotta
started
make a music video.
Yeah,
and
so
then-
it's like I think the end goal for me, man,
yeah
is to be able to create something through what I'm doing, whether it, my brand, whether it's through writing, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Whatever, create something where the people closest to me can win from that, you know what I mean?
So just keep growing, really.
Yeah,
your goal
and
is
it's
to keep going.
and like the idea of being able to put myself in a position to give other people opportunities, you know what I mean? Or like,
I fuck with that.
Or like create something where it's like when you all are working together, it's something beautiful, you know what I mean? It's just it's magic, right? It's just like shit.
Everyone has their own lane, is also working the same goal at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, and it's like it's like every move that I make, like I try to my best to make sure that the people that are moving with me, that they take something from it that is, equivalent or, just cause or whatever, you know what I mean? Just something very, there has to be something where everybody wins. So my whole goal is just to create something, you always read that shit about like Adam Sandler, and how he puts his best friends, David Spade, all these guys in his movies, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They make this income from that pays for their retirement, pays for their kids, whatever, pays for their fucking family. Right?
I know, because everyone has there's enough food for everybody to eat, right?
Exactly.
The world's abundant, man.
Very abundant.
Yeah. So like at the end of the day, like my goal through my music is not even for me, man. It's for me. Like now, it's like it's bigger than that. You know what I mean? It's way bigger than that.
Yeah,
that's deep.
Yeah, no, I fuck with that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
because I feel like a lot of people kind of have a very narrow way of looking at it.
Yeah,
like
I just
they only think about themselves in a way, right?
Well, it's like as much as I love the idea of being able to reach out and relate with people, and I love the fact that people listen to my music and they take something from it, whether it's emotional or like I said, they get out of their car and fucking deck somebody in the face, whatever it is, whatever you want to do, right?
Whatever,
But in the same sense, it's like. Yeah, like I just want to create something that people want to fucking be a part of,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like where they look at that and they're like, I want that, like for me and my friends, you know what I mean? So yeah,
exactly, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
inspiring.
Yeah,
awesome.
So,
well,
all right, so we're gonna jump into the next segment. It's called Overrated, Underrated. We're gonna throw out some topics at you, and all you gotta do is tell if you think it's overrated or underrated, or it can be properly rated.
Properly rated.
All right.
Proper fact.
So we'll start with the first one. TikTok.
Overrated.
Overrated. Why do you think that?
Oh man.
Elevator pitch.
You want me to get in on it?
Elevator pitch.
Because at the end, I think it's overrated. This is just personal opinion. I mean,
sure.
I got to get on there, right? Like I got to get on there. I got to get doing my thing. But I find that the trendy things that are going on in there and anything like are these skills like valuable at all? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like outside of like this TikTok platform, like or in front of a camera, like could you get in front of a crowd of people on a stage and lip sync and do what you do in front of camera?
Yeah. But that's the thing with TikTok. Now you don't have to.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, but I'm just saying, and then here's another thing too. Like you flip through so many videos in that thing, right? so many that
scrolling for days.
It's like there could be this video that is like just fucking great. It's just a masterpiece. Remember Vine, like back in the day? Like somebody made a good Vine. Fuck, you still see that shit nowadays. You know what I mean? But somebody makes a good TikTok now, it just is going to disappear.
It's viral for 2 days.
Yeah, it's going to go into the matrix.
I know, because there's so much stuff coming out.
There's a lot of content.
Times,
yeah.
right?
So like,
I get that.
It's to me, it's like it's just overrated in the sense that
super saturated.
Yeah, and like the stuff that you're doing on there, I mean, like a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of like very talented people on there doing some crazy shit, But then a lot of the stuff I'm seeing, like I'm sorry, but like I don't want to watch a live of you in your double push-up bra with your double D's just sitting there doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like
then there's me. I'm like, yo, do that shit again.
Yeah, right. Oh, this guy, man. So like. But I'm not like
sorry, Mom. You were
like,
supposed to hear that one.
I don't know. Like maybe I'm old school and like Pornhub is the place for that. Like you know what I mean? I just fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like yo, like.
Where are the good feet pics at?
Yo, get it. This guy.
Inside joke. Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving.
Okay, so underrated, overrated. Hinge.
Shit, man. Like. Underrated, I guess.
Underrated?
Yeah.
Or you can be rated too.
Or, yeah, all right, like wherever the neutral is, yeah. Because I don't know. Like Hinge is something that I just started hearing about it recently, and like, yeah, I'm not gonna. There's like, I don't know. You want to meet some fucking people that. I don't know. Like, I feel like everybody on Tinder, man, there's something wrong with them. You know what I mean? Like,
It's not even that. It's
like,
just Tinder is literally just a hookup site.
Yo, it's just, yeah, but like.
If you're trying to
is
fuck
like
tonight, you go and swipe right.
I feel like they're all like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. That whole world is like a little weird for me. I try to like, I don't know. Like, I really don't say.
Are you big into the dating app world?
Fuck no. I mean, I'm on there, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really say a whole lot because like my whole thing is like once people start watching my stories or like seeing who I am, you know, they're gonna be like, ooh, like this guy's fucking wild, you know, or like
This
what?
guy just fucking slid in my DMs.
This guy's a wild card. No, I don't do that. I'm not really known for that, but I'm not. Yeah, I don't message first. I don't know, man. Like fucking.
If you don't message first and say less, Hinge is the spot for you.
Hinge is like, yeah, I try not to, but like Hinge.
I try not to.
Yes, I mean sometimes, you know, come on now, but like Hinge. Yeah, like it's the only app that I would use, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah,
like
I feel that.
Yeah, there's pretty reasonable people on there.
Got
you.
All right. Well, what about skip the dishes?
Skip the dishes?
Yes.
Man, this shit's underrated. Everybody's always complaining about it. You know, I don't get it. Like, what are you complaining about?
They're complaining about how easy it is to get food now. That's what they're
I mean.
fucking
It's like,
complaining
they're
about.
like, well, no, I just see like people make Facebook statuses, whatever, and they'll be like, oh, like, I just paid a $7 delivery fee on top of my delivery fee for skip the dishes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, like my fucking food is cold. Well, then like shit, go get your own food then.
Yeah. Put in the notes, ring the fucking doorbell. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I think it's underrated. I respect the guys that do skip the dishes. You know what I mean? Because
I agreed.
I think it's kind of a whack job, and when you're doing it in Alberta where it snows 8 months out of the year and it's minus 30, yeah, I don't know. So fuck it. I use it. Like whatever, right?
All right.
Yeah, all right. Casinos.
Casinos?
Yeah.
Overrated. I don't gamble. No.
You're not a gambler?
No. I like the Grey Eagle Casino. You can smoke cigarettes in there, so I like it in there. You know what I mean?
This guy just goes there to smoke
I'll just
inside.
no.
With all the grandmas in the back,
Straight
just fucking hacking.
Yeah, I'll just go in there, have a smoke break and leave.
Fuck, that's not weird at all.
Yo, they got
They got a good buffet there too.
Yo,
that's a fact.
During was it football or hockey? I think it's football. They got $3.50 breakfasts.
Don't quote him.
I think they're either $2.50 or $3.50, and they're fucking.
That's just funny how you know that you don't even gamble.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's fucking State of Eight brought me there. Yeah, yeah, and they got it's
They
like
came for the breakfast.
I think it's like $3.50, but dude, it's banging.
Good, yeah,
like
it's good.
it's a lot of food, like for
Yeah.
$3.50. I was
No,
like,
for
for sure,
sure.
you know, you
Straight
can
up.
order. I was like, I'll order like 3 plates.
Shout out casinos.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out
So,
Grey Eagle Casino.
what about the Calgary hip hop scene? Think about it.
What about it?
Think about it.
Oh, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it, but
All right. So, what are you feeling then? First thing that comes to mind.
Talk that shit.
I think it's underrated. I do think it's underrated. Because there are artists here that are just like incredibly fucking talented.
Yeah.
You know, but it's almost like a lot of guys that I know that I find are personally what I would consider better artists than me. Like all day I would be like, you know, these guys, you know, like no brainer.
Mm-hmm.
They lurk in the shadows. You
Yeah.
know, they don't do a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
Or it's just a hobby, or it's like whatever. So it blows me away that there's like the city is just fucking packed with it. You know,
And honestly, I agree with you, and this is exactly why me and Taylor wanted to start a podcast like this, so that we have something that, you know, if we end up making this something big, then we can give opportunities to people that don't know where to go or don't know what to do with that.
And they can
Or
watch and kinda-
yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, like just like you said, we have a lot of talent here, and what I see is everybody wants to leave. Everybody goes to Toronto. Everybody goes to Vancouver. Everybody goes to LA.
yeah,
but
and then
nobody stays in Calgary.
They don't tell
They
anybody
don't-
they're from
yeah.
Calgary.
Yeah, they don't rep.
No, I
They
know.
don't rep. It's like Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez was nobody. This guy used to come to Calgary all the time. And then if you listen to any of his old songs, the first thing he says is Canada. Now you listen to his song and you would never hear those words.
Oh, you never know.
If anything, you would hear Miami because like this guy thinks he's from Miami
Moved to
now. You know what I mean? It's
Miami.
like,
Yeah, 100%.
so we just
100%,
want artists to, you know, fucking to want to rep Calgary. That's the thing.
Or just build a community where, like, you know,
I think there needs to be a better platform here to inspire.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like there needs to be just a bit, because as far as I'm concerned, 10 to 10, 10X, what they're doing, they're the biggest platform on the West Coast for hip hop.
And they've been doing it for a while too. A long time. You
know what I mean? And that's great. Like that's awesome. But for example, going to other major cities, you'll find there's different platforms that you can go.
There's more than one avenue.
Exactly, there's more than one avenue. So I think quite often guys just get stuck in the city because they're not they just don't know what the fuck do. Who do I talk to? And then quite often being in music, like I'm not the first to say it. There's a lot of fucking scumbags, right? Yeah. And you deal with a lot of shifty, shady people, whether it's about money or greed or envy or whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get more likes on your post than they do on theirs, whatever it is, just stupid shit, right? I find there's a lot of that when there shouldn't be, because it's like...
Yeah, I find it is pretty cliquey here in that sense, like in the way that, if you do better than someone else, if they've been around a lot longer...
Like people stop fucking with you and shit, man. Yeah, it's really weird, and...
It is weird. I've witnessed it a couple times.
I've noticed it, and I find that, in fact, that by being like that, it closes more doors than it opens, so...
Yeah.
Like stuff like this, that's why I think this is great, because
that's why we're called pod ties, because we're trying to tie all the different type of networks together.
Hell yeah, but like this is even this shit. This is the reason why I do this, because let's say recording in the booth for the last 3 days, like I've been thinking about when I come here, for example, and have an opportunity to talk with you guys about things, and it's like that's enough incentive for me to keep fucking firing off in the booth, like give you a reason to want me back on your podcast, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, we'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
But moving on to something a little different here. How about brunch?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, overrated, underrated brunch.
Brunch.
Are you a big brunch guy?
I am. I like brunch. Yeah. I fuck with it. Yeah. Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
What do you define brunch to me? You know what I mean?
For me,
like breakfast, lunch. Yeah.
For me, brunch is like whether you want breakfast or you want lunch. You just have it at the brunch time, which is any time between 11 and 1 p.m.
Okay,
that's what brunch
I'd
is
say
to me.
3 p.m. is brunch still.
I like brunch, but I like I don't like brunch at home. I like the kind of brunch.
No, you go get a mimosa, get a nice eggs Benny. Yeah.
So
you mix liquor with breakfast. That's brunch.
Yeah,
it's okay to drink at breakfast time when you call it brunch.
That's weird. Yeah, because I'm not a big drinker, but like. I'll throw a little Bailey's in that coffee. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like 100%.
Then there's me. I'll throw a little tequila in that orange juice.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's crazy.
Good thing I got this coffee here.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Yeah, fuck.
Oh, sorry, sir. Let me help you out with that, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
This guy coming in clutch.
Not tap water.
All
this
right,
time.
so
it's cold too.
Next one up. Energy drinks.
Energy drinks. Fucking.
You seem like a type of guy that that drinks energy drinks.
I'm not actually. Really? I don't sleep. No, because I have insomnia. I don't sleep. Right. So I know if I don't drink those things, it's like crack. I'll be up for 3 days. Like, yeah, it's crazy. I don't even drink coffee past like 1 o'clock because I get kooky. I get squirrely. Nah, I don't sleep.
Damn.
Yeah, but energy drinks overrated by a long shot.
Okay.
Yeah, by a long shot. Shit's no good for you, man. It's no good for you. And
That's
then
fact.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
don't mix it with liquor. I don't advise it.
Yeah, that's.
You'll wake up and you can't even fucking keep your hands straight.
All right, Apple products. Apple.
Overrated, 100%. Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't have a single Apple
Samsung
product.
have an ass.
Yeah. Bro.
Pixel ass Instagram video.
Here's my logic. Here's my logic on it. Okay. It's my logic is that
there's none.
Yeah, it's honestly that is a fact because there actually is none. I want to hear what he's gonna make up right now. What are you gonna pull out your ass?
That if I buy one Apple product, I have to buy every fucking Apple
Facts.
product. Yeah, like,
and I already know these guys are robbing the fuck out of me.
That's what I mean.
And I will buy every product.
That's what I mean. Like, I gotta have it all. I was like, their marketing is so good, and I'm a sucker.
It's too good.
Yeah, I was like, no, fuck that. You know what I mean? I can't do it. So Apple overrated by a long shot.
Without a cause, eh?
Yeah, like I love great products. I get it. Like, their iOS game. I don't know, man. They're a game changer, but I ain't
So
a
prenup is the next one.
Prenup.
Overrated, underrated.
Fucking underrated, or I don't know, man. Like, that should be something that should be in commercials.
Or is it properly? No, but facts.
Yeah, like that should be advertised.
So should we start marketing on prenups?
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, you should
start marketing it.
I think it's a fabulous
This
idea.
episode sponsored by prenups.
Yeah, prenups. Yeah, call this lawyer today. Yeah, completely underrated prenups. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
But then again, I personally find in 2022 there isn't a whole lot of incentive to get married anymore. You know what I mean? It isn't like the 1950s anymore, the 1980s even, where it was like there was incentives. There was like I mean I'm not too familiar because I'm never gonna get married, so I don't know these things. But
Milk Run. Overrated, underrated.
the clothing brand,
Yeah.
fucking underrated by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, for a local brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Boost them up, man.
What are you wearing right now?
What are you wearing?
What do you think I'm wearing? I'm wearing Milk Run,
Yo,
motherfucker.
show the
I
people.
can't-
Show the
can't
people.
see.
Yo, yeah, show
I
the
want to show the
people.
people because I stained my jacket earlier.
Oh
like-
shit!
But yeah, it's Milk Run. You know, it's Milk Run. It's hype.
Yeah, I like Milk Run too. It's nice.
dope.
Yeah, I got a bunch of gear.
Yeah, I got a couple pieces too.
Yeah, JD's cool dude.
That's a wrap up of the overrated, underrated.
Yeah.
And honestly, today was a great episode. We appreciate you being on the episode.
man.
Oh, yeah,
Appreciate
dog.
it, bro.
We're gonna have to have you on again.
Definitely.
Fucking rates you. I feel like there's so many things we could talk about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
for sure,
We have a
yeah.
lot of topics that we want to touch
Definitely
on.
excited for these next projects coming out, and gonna be working with you on those too. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out for all that, and yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of
excited,
fun.
man.
I'm
Well,
stoked.
fucking, tell the people who you are and give your shout out, who you're at. Talk to the people. Let them know who you are. You're at.
I don't got anything to say.
All right, well,
I'm just kidding, yo. I'm just kidding.
I will jump in if he doesn't want to tell y'all.
So you can find me, Ben Ugly. You can look me up pretty much anywhere. You can search up Ben Ugly. You're gonna find me on Instagram. It's 2 Y's, so BENUGLYY. Big shout out to Chris for helping me make this music come alive. Big shout out to TJ for helping me put together my first music video. Big shout out to Brandon for helping me put together my second one. And a huge shout out to my dog,
Hey.
Dylan, State of Eight.
Whoop,
The
whoop.
guy's obviously one of the best photographers in the city.
Big shooter.
Come show face a little bit.
Yeah.
Come show face. Let's put the.
Yeah,
That's our guy.
I
That's
see.
that's
Yeah.
our guy. We got him doing some photography in the back. You guys will see his photos, and make sure you guys go check him out.
That's my boy.
What's your at?
State of Eight.
State of Eight. Make sure you guys follow him on Instagram.
It's funny because for the longest time I didn't even know your real name. I just knew yours. as
Honestly,
Steve.
every time I had a conversation with
Wait.
Taylor, I'm like, yo, we got to make
like,
sure
it's
that
Dylan.
a State of Ape is there. I'm like, yo, fuck, I actually don't know this guy's name.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I know it now.
Yeah,
No,
no.
no.
And like big shout out to Pod Ties for having me on the show because
Appreciate you.
it, man.
Yes, it was a blast. Fuck, that was the hardest I laughed in a long time, man.
And I can't wait to put the compilation together.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
no,
real.
I
It's gonna be hilarious.
yeah,
real, for
vlog
real.
days are gonna be sick.
Yeah. Stay tuned for Day in the Life coming out on
Yeah.
Reels on Instagram.
Yeah, a little BTS behind the scenes of some
Yeah.
of these music videos.
Day in the Life.
Get to see how it goes down, motherfuckers.
And,
Yes,
and
sir.
you can follow us on Pod Ties with a Z. Follow me at Sweeter Side Scott
And you can follow me at JB Visuals with 2 Z's.
with 2 Z's. Don't forget.
And don't forget it.
Already, and that's a
And
wrap.
that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Peace. You gotta love yourself,
Peace. You gotta love yourself.
bitch.
Bitch.